New Jersey will allow gay marriages. Chris Christie, the governor, the Republican governor, will appeal. The New York Times writes this up. New Jersey judge ruled on Friday that the state must allow same-sex couples to marry, saying that not doing so deprives them of rights that were guaranteed by the Supreme Court decision in June. This is the first time. This is significant because this is the first time that a state court has struck down a state's refusal to legalize same-sex marriage, specifically citing the federal decision that came down in June. This is a big deal because it shows that that decision may be even further reaching than we might have imagined. But this also brings us back to this issue of Chris Christie. Chris Christie, a guy that some Democrats have said, well, if we had to have a Republican in power, maybe it would be Chris Christie. Maybe he's not that bad. And as I understand it, Chris Christie saying he's going to veto this and appeal it, appeal it, not veto it, reminds me that Chris Christie ran on this, right? Anyone who is, I got a couple of emails from people saying, I thought that we had Chris Christie somewhat coming over to the progressive side. Chris Christie ran on not allowing gay marriage, and he is simply doing what he said he would do. We can't fault him for that, even though I disagree with him. My question is about the long-term efficacy or political advantage to Chris Christie's decision, because you would think, Lewis, that Chris Christie, being a reasonably intelligent guy, would know that public opinion is shifting in favor of marriage equality, that the Supreme Court has ruled, and that the correct side of history, anyone who is even reasonably clear thinking at this point knows what the correct side of history, what the prevailing side of history will be on marriage equality. Couldn't this have been a moment where Chris Christie could have, without significant political repercussions from the Republicans that support him in a primarily blue state of New Jersey, to change sides?
Maybe, but he's weighed it, and we know he probably has his eyes on higher office. And I think that he probably thinks that politically the correct thing to do is to just stick with it so people cannot accuse you of flip-flopping later.
Yeah, of course, as we know, the entire concept of flip-flopping is one that's absurd. It's okay to change your opinion when it's an opinion that's more informed by fact, reality, empathy, and some grounding in reality. Although I understand what you're saying, those Republicans who supported him probably wouldn't understand that point of view.
Right. And I mean, of course, it's also if you are an elected official to change your opinion based on popular public opinion, but I'm not sure if that's what's happening in New Jersey.